Oden, quick to the hoop. Gives it to Rubin, who puts it up and in. What a nice feed. 13-point lead for Illinois. Peebles kicks out for Oden, looking for a three. Nothing but net.
Oden takes it. Oh, first three-pointer for Illinois. Give it back to Foster Walker, who's found an avenue but gets met by Porter. Pass down low to Demila Brown, makes the bucket, and that's what that scorer wants to do.
Looks like that 70-point promise will actually be held. Ooh.
Oden for another three-pointer.
For another three. Assist from Anastaskia.
Brown, the 5'7" guard, decides to dish it out to Oden. Makes the bucket. That's a bucket Illinois needed.
Now driving, hook shot, no. To her own player there. That hasn't been summed up the night for Illinois. Oden trying to make the best of it nonetheless, and she does with a Euro step. Drew multiple defenders, and Kennard had a good look, but just bad shot.
A bad shot, but still. Chalice was open, Kennard was wide open.
Spin move by Oden, what a move, and she gets that. Illinois down to 7.
There's Oden. Guarded by Poole. Oden drives. Wow.
Oden to McKenzie. Oden driving in. Bunny puts it in. Uses the jump stop to her advantage, and now it's a 20-point game. Thought we might have had a crashing Anastasieska coming into you, but instead, perfectly safe here. 3-point attempt from Oden. Cashes that one.
Ali and I for the lead. No good, but rebound McKenzie. On top to Oden, down the lane, lays it up, and one!
Illinois bench answering right now, and right on cue, Jayla Oden steals it.
Picked off, Oden down the lane, off the glass, and in!
Well, I tell you what, it all started balling out with her brothers, Blake and Colin, and just getting the best.
Marshall and Martin, the give and go once more.
Teamwork.
Add another one. Going all the way is the freshman Jayla Oden.
Watch Jayla Oden right here. Just turn on the jets and get past the second and third lines of defense.
It's pumped up to see what was today a complete tape-to-tape dominant win. Bench for Wisconsin looking for a foul. And Oden will go all the way through untouched, and a timeout called as Illinois 5 straight points.
But even the bench isn't super energized after seeing that go in. And then just a nice quick first step. Wisconsin wasn't back.
And here in the paint thus far.
Yeah, they are not a big three-point shooting team. Make fewer than 5 a game. Bostic is open, lays it up and in. And Kendall Bostic.
But they need other bigs, such as Erica Porter and Eva Rubin, to step up and set the tone down low. So far, it's Indiana who's gotten off to a big lead, but let's see if Illinois can bring it back and get an upset here in Champaign.
And 16-2 in the Big Ten last year, all the way to the Elite Eight, of course, as a bucket before the buzzer by Jayla Oden will make it a 30-point difference. Rebound by Bostic. Bostic only 5 rebounds today, as there's 2 for Jayla Oden and a foul.
Coast to coast, great ability to change direction right there from Jayla.
Her 3rd time winning the award, and in your mind, the front runner for Naismith National Defensive Player of the Year.
She has 9 steals in this game.
3 of 4 shooting from three-point land.
And this one flipped away from Scalia. Oden tipped it away. Now it's a 3-on-1 opportunity. Alexia Smith now gets her to jump and is able to.
5 seconds left for Jayla Oden, a freshman for the Illini. She knocks down the 3 to eat into this deficit.
Tomorrow, and I am up, standing, clapping my hands, because tomorrow is going to be a day. Do you hear me? You see those faces? We get to see.
LIU had 20 turnovers on Monday. Did mention, though, that they caused 22, and Back-to-back easy buckets for Kendall Bostic. That was one of the questions I wanted to ask her first was, inheriting these players, what can you tell us about your early dealings with them as one of those inherited players? Kendall Bostic now has 8 points. And that's laid up and in by Bostic.
As they have so far this season. Bostic down low to Oden, and she'll get the 2 to fall, and 1 for the Illini.
Number 12 in the country, and they just beat a top 10, a top 5 team. Oden, down low, Lopez again. And right, made that commitment before the coaching change and wanted to stay in her home state. And a layup it in by Samantha Dew. You think of Illinois basketball and Chicago products. You think of Io DeSumo right now playing for the Chicago Bulls.
Cook surveying. Gets it away, finds Jayla Oden off the glass, gets it to spin and in. Jayla Oden gets her first points of the day.
Clean rebound, Brian says. She says her eyes light up.
Oh, that's great work down the lane there by Jayla Oden.
Free throws matter. They make the difference at the end of the game. So if they can keep putting those in, that'll work to their benefit.
In this first half, 5 seconds on the shot clock though. Bryant will drive, 2 seconds, and she gets the and one. Genesis Bryant with a tough drive, gets it off the glass, and then gets the foul call in her favor.
And now a 5th game here at home, looking for the 5-0 start. McKenzie on the cut, will lay it up and in. And Adalia McKenzie, who is averaging 13.5 points per game to start the year.
Well, that kind of fast play is what Coach Tungate wants to see. Oakland trying to get a bucket early, but just couldn't get it to fall.
Jayla Oden, 6 points for Beatty. She was held scoreless in that Michigan State game last week where she was 0 for 8 from the field, but still came in averaging 9 a game. And Jayla Oden now with 13 points.
Jayla Oden with the basketball. Oden driving downhill, getting the layup to fall with some contact, and she'll head to the line for a chance to get 3 the old-fashioned way.
Tough test for Rutgers in their conference home opener against the number 4 Ohio State Buckeyes, losing that one by 12. Corner 3, good from Jayla Oden in Illinois.
Gaston against Bostic, faces up, shoots it short. Rebound Bryant. Getting towards the basket and banking it in, Jayla Oden. Gives up 58 points per game. You got yourself a 10-2 record as Jayla Oden swishes the 3. Crossover by Bryant. Skips it out to Oden. She'll take it and make it. And a 3-pointer for Illinois. Did reference some of the competition has not been at the highest level for FAU, but you play the teams that's on your schedule, and they've played them well. But today, Jayla Oden and Genesis Bryant and the like are running the Owls out of the gym. Oden with the putback bucket. She's FAU will return to action next Thursday in Conference USA play as Lopez wide open.
Cook now to Bryant, going on in, kicks it out. Oden for 3, that falls.
Lisa Bluter's had a ton of respect for Cook for a long time, saying that she's been a Division I player ever since she was in high school.
Had a 33-point game against Indiana earlier this season. Oden's 3!
It all starts with a good defense. The block first comes over, boom. Hi, Kendall Bostic, invite him to the block party. And then it leads to a McKenzie staying really patient and just finding her teammate.
Genesis Bryant, the extra pass in the corner. It is good. Jayla Oden getting in on the 3-point party, and the Illini have 10 as a team.
Or exploit the weakness and get to the basket. If her defender's standing straight up and down, she's going to get to the hoop.
Oden was wide open from 3 and made Michigan State pay.
Just being that great defender, but you take a look at Illinois' ability to break the press.
Where will Illinois go here? Less than 10 on the shot clock. Oden drives, almost lost possession. Another and one. 2 in a row for the Illini, and it is a 1-possession game.
Illinois with a chance to tie or take the lead here. Here's Oden. Oden drives right into Markowski, and she ties this one up at 51. Cook gets a screen from Bostic. She drives in on Hybe. Up top to Oden. Wide open three.
An open bucket right there. That's not necessarily the Lady Lions game. Illinois doing a good job restraining their ability to ball screen early.
Jayla Oden from deep, and it is cash.
King converts on both of those free throws. She'll now check out. And some new faces come in for the Bison as Oden quickly attacking off the dribble. A nice spin move and lays it off the glass. Backing her down into the paint. Fadeaway jumper comes up short. Nice tip by Lavelle. Comes into the hands of Murray. Skips it over to Oden. Driving inside. Oden once again. Chesky attacking off the dribble. Gives it over to Kapanis. An extra pass to Oden. She'll tack baseline. Driving inside. And a little kiss off the glass for Jayla Oden.
Roll and rise, looking for a little high-low.
On the handoff from Hall. Oden going inside. And one, count it.
Again, the strength there by a fifth-year senior being able to.
Smith driving with the right, pulls up on Brigham, doesn't get the shot to go. Oden going the other way, 5 seconds, 4 seconds, gonna try to lay it in and gets it to go as we end the half. Penn State all over this one here in the Bryce Jordan Center. 6-0 run as you take a look at the final play from that first half. Jayla Oden, a ton of speed, looking like the Flash, lays it in. And Penn State heads into the locker room 56-21 here on Big Ten Plus. Oden will move it up court and set up the offense. Dribble handoff. Oden has a lane all the way to the rack and the foul. Jayla Oden on a quick handoff from Shania Pinto gets it to go.
So that's one thing that Kansas likes to do, or both teams love to go into the paint. And Carolyn Kicker say, hey, it's going to be a battle of the bigs. It's going to be a battle of that paint.
Oden knocks down the three.
The shots from the outside, the three balls fall because the dribble.
Defensively, Penn State was ready. Marisa getting set to check back in for the Lady Lions. Oden in the corner, wanting her second three. There it is. Jay Chesky, there's a list of potential best sophomores in the country. She should be on that list. Kicks it to Oden, who books her third three of the game.
This is what Penn State has been able to do well. Screen, roll, and then replace. Rise up, get to that foul line extended area, and lift it.
Looks like she might be cramping up because she's stretching. Meanwhile, Penn State is 5 on 4 the other way. And Jackson is injured at the opposite end. Never stopped. Penn State cashed in.
Chesky, another delivery package for Jayla Oden down the cylinder. There's Jayla Oden. Kaboom!
Ashley Owusu, one of the big-time transfers that came in, spent time at Maryland and Virginia Tech. Now still waiting to see her debut here for the Lady Lions as Oden will knock down the three from the wing. Jayla Oden knocks it down for the Lady Lions that time. Oden to set up for the Lady Lions. The screen from Hall. Jayla Oden working, steps back, open three, got it! Jayla Oden doing it herself. Macy Rhodes didn't step up, and Oden takes the three. Oden gets the screen from Hall. Oden drives in right hand up, and go! What a finish by Jayla Oden there, just taking it herself.
Marisa's trapped now by Green in theory, gets the ball away just in time. There's Chesky in the corner. It's good! Jayla Oden.
Murray onto the wing, leaves it into Kapanis. Kapanis doubled off, nearly loses it, able to get it back. Gives corner. Oden takes her time, tries the three. Go on, Jayla Oden from downtown, 83-35 Lady Lions. Carruthers handling the ball here. We mentioned earlier in the game, 10 sophomores and freshmen on this team, very young team. Oden able to get the steal, drives all the way in. Basket counts it, a foul. Jayla Oden with the and one. We talked earlier about the one she missed right there, making up for.
We got to meet her kids, Claire and Will, who got to travel in. Best part of the holiday break, right? Get go and watch Mom's games.
Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? You could stay at the hotel, it's the best.
Oden with the step back there.
Leaving one back for Murray. Swinging it into the corner. Open look here for Oden, knocks it home. Inside to Brigham, they do so. Back out Valladay. Quick close-in defense there from Pina. Other side, Oden for three.
Swanson hit a three in this quarter. Steal from Murray. Inside of the final minute now. Blistering pass down low to Grace Hall.
Out to Lavelle. Back to Chesky in the corner. Trying to look for Grace Hall. Skip pass to Oden. Oden's three-pointer. They cannot miss. Approaching that century mark as you take a look at the three from Jayla Oden. Oden the other way. Penn State over 100 points. Oden trying a triple. Oh my goodness! It's raining threes here in the Bryce Jordan Center. Now a steal from Oden. Moving ahead. Kicks to Murray. Murray's gonna try. Nylon! 6 seconds on the shot clock. Fisher going to work. Crossover. Crossover again. And now lost it. Oden finding Murray. Murray pushing ahead. Trying to find Lavelle. Great outlet pass and a great finish.
2:35 left in this one. Owusu over, ends up with Oden. She got it. Great finish there and great play by Penn State. Kapanis gets up, puts the ball in from the lob.
Big play there by the junior guard out of Chicago, Illinois. Came in with 28 steals, but here's another steal for the Nittany Lions. Oden lays it up and in.
Really slowed down here in these last few minutes as the response by Murray is unable to fall. Penn State recovers their own rebound and gets it knocked in by Jayla Oden.
It's clearly a different team, and Maryland's had their struggles without Diamond Miller and Abby Myers, but not showing it today.
How about Oden off the bench, a spark. 17 points for Cheyenne Sellers. Oden, three, yes. And she's been good since coming off the bench.
And now she's starting to develop this shot, which will help her get more opportunities to get to the basket because the defense has to come out on her.
Up ahead to Pinchu. She gathers and lays it in. Murray loses it. And it's a 3-on-2 for the Buckeyes. Owusu feeding Campbell.
That's great offense there from Purdue, and just keep the ball moving and don't get lazy on the defensive end is basically their style of play right now, but they get caught on that swing pass there.
And you can see that pressure kind of pulls off once they get it across the timeline. Very deliberate there from Purdue. Three ball fired up and it goes down. Jayla Oden. That is the truth too. So for Penn State, under a minute to go, another chance. Three ball and it goes down. Jayla Oden take a bow. It was a little bit of a shift over down there, but nothing excessive. As there's a takeaway, Penn State in transition. Euro step, basket, and one.
Stay able to hold on to that pass from Murray. Skips over into the corner to Murray, gets battle in the air. Opposite side skip pass. Here's Oden open from three.
This is on again. It's an instant turnover. Jayla Oden flies up to get the ball. Lavelle against the much shorter Porter.
Contact, finishes on balance, and then a turnover. Porter has to do a better job of staying balanced, taking a second to gather and read the situation. Kylie Lavelle on the other end, making Ronnie Porter pay.
Look at this ball movement from Penn State. Oden baseline, beautiful two.
Ladies and gentlemen, and then Jayla Oden getting fancy down low in the paint.
She's literally averaging 1 point per game more this year as a freshman than Caitlin Clark did her freshman year. It is going to be a great year next year. This was a Penn State team that, according to Autumn Johnson, came into the game the last team out looking into the NCAA tournament.
Lady Lions just pushing the pace in transition right now, getting anything they want. Now trying to trap Santoro. Jayla Oden right there to strip it away. It's going to be 3-on-1, 2-on-1 down low, and Gabby Elliott lays it up in and off the glass.
Realizing that and working the court, they're going for those jumpers, easy layups, and just transitioning from the coast to the coast, just like that.
Oden able to work her way past into the cup, and Jayla Oden puts it up and through for Penn State. Big point of the game. Oden freed up for three. Jayla Oden.
Still, it's afternoon time, so definitely a morning of basketball. Skip pass to Murray. She's going to try a triple. Bullseye. Along with Barnes. And take a look at the Mariah Murray triple. Driving is Dickerson, and she turns it over. Jayla Oden the other way, working on Barnes. Right hand, right at the rim, trickles around and finally falls through. Trying to, get things going here as you take a look at the steal and score by Jayla Oden. Nice little layup there on Barnes. Murray finds Oden, crosses the timeline. Walker gives it back to Oden. Down low to Elliott. Her layup is through.
Score right now for Penn State. Jayla Oden with 7, 3 for 3 from the field.
23-11 is your score. They're going to need to get some more turnovers. Oden working. Great pass to Campbell. Wow! Inside and finishes it off. Push up ahead to Oden. Great catch there. Swing pass to Murray. A launching one from downtown. Splash! Mariah Murray can shoot from anywhere. And I wish we had a stat for it, but I'm sure a lot of the freshmen or newer players for Penn State are a lot of these turnovers. As Elliott the other way off the steal from Oden. Pull-up jumper, kisses it off the glass for two. Oden getting pressured by Williams. Into the front court. Nice behind-the-back move there. All the way to the rim. Good dish to Merkel and finishes off the highlight play. Good vision and good feed from Jayla Oden. Points scored. Let's take a look at the feed here. Not really sure how she saw that.
Elliott, the transfer, looks for an outlet. She's got Oden. Oden now slows the tempo down a little bit here in the first minute or so of the contest. And then she pulls the jumper and banks it. Board grabbed by the Lady Lions, and they'll hold the Hawks at single digits. Oden pushing the pace. Oden works down low. Oden and one. A one-woman wrecking crew. She'll head to the line after. Now back to Exenor. Walker, Oden, they force a contested pass off. Walker's got it. And almost right on cue, she now ties her career high with the layup.
Moving on the play to the ball.
First start this season tonight for Lavelle. Three-pointer rims in and counted for Oden for Penn State.
Look at all that space that Oden has to step back, knock down the three. Look at you with the Cinderella reference.
We're not at March yet. As Oden, tough shot goes against Owen and a foul.
Jayla Oden's done a great job getting to the rim all night long. She's attacking the defense.
Batted around in a steal off the press. Oden cruising in, lays it into the foul, and a chance at three for Jayla Oden.
Jayla Oden has been the X factor in this game for Penn State, making big plays on offense and defensively as well.
With 23. Oden the drive, the scoop rolls in. Wow. With 58 seconds left.
Jayla Oden continues to attack. Look how far off she takes while going up for it to avoid the block.
2 seconds remaining in the half. Oden, a floater beats the buzzer to even it up at 30. It will count.
And Jayla Oden, the absolute surprise powerhouse for Penn State.
Ava Hayden is the program's first player from Oregon. As Campbell takes a shot, it falls. Oden goes left, baby floater, and that was just so pretty on the floater. To Oden, 9 seconds on the shot clock. Oden, past the charity stripe with the right, off the glass, very smooth from Oden. Let's take a look at one more replay. silky smooth from Jayla Oden. Great defense by McCabe. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Oden with the contact and one. Last second effort by Jayla Oden gets the points. She'll have one more at the line with 5:24 left to go.
Elliott looks inside. Tipped away. Into the hands of Misling. And then blocked. Good recovery there by the Lions.
Yep, great hustle back by the Lions on that one.
The shot clock. McMahon tries for another three off the iron, and now Oden will push the pace. Oden with under 30 to go. We're in at the first. McMahon contested. McMahon can't connect. And now with just around 4 minutes to go in the third, open feed. Merkel tips it in between the shot clock and the game clock. Now down below 20 seconds to go in the third. Oden falls down. Didn't matter. Lady Lions searching for their first conference win and to try to pull off an upset.
Kind of platooning with Grace Hall in that 5th starting lineup spot throughout the course of the year. Both of them on the floor now. There's a dribble handoff. Oden to the rim and gets the and one.
Jayla Oden is such a fun player to watch for Penn State. She comes in.
That really turned the tide for them in that Maryland game. And you can see here already causing trouble. Oden now pushing the pace the other way, just inside the free throw line.
Penn State's got to start looking for the three. They want to make up this deficit. Oden instead takes it all the way and muscles it in.
Drive against Brown Hager. The Big Ten logo, the turnaround is good.
Oh, that was sweet there from Jayla Oden.
Illinois has extended its 3-point halftime lead to 5. Wide open, Elliott, a missed assignment, and that will not make Shauna Green very happy on the sideline.